Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, there's a blue lady. Watch the screen.
Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Check. Watch the score. Watch the 40. Here we go. 15.
Mahomes now on first down.
Pick it up. Defense. Let's go.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, that's Quinn. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. On first down, this is Geis. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Push him back. Push him ahead.
On the ground, it's Geis. A strong running. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Completes it to Dixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On second down and 4, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf. Get it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Throwing his lock on third down. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. This is Geis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Geis. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Kenneth Dixon, the running back, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And now look at him go. The 30. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Extra point. And that makes it 14-10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a draw play with Dixon. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Down. 18 Gator. Bravo. Now.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Going deep for Eifert. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
Here we go.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. He's got Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st down, Locke. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. Give him
16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. Dixon complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line.
30 base.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Jordan Reed has it. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, Ridley.
9-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Attack!
He's checking crack.
Mahomes now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for.
And there he goes again. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Let's go, heavy.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Locke going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Mixon, and he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
I'll get him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Unable to find it. That's supposed to be a catch, and you...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Mahomes firing complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
of his tight end, Jeff Swain. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.